I won't be using, I'll be trying very hard not to use a guide, because I know nothing about this game. All I know about this game is that on this 4th case, this guy in the suits, I'm pretty sure is just the bad guy. I think that's all I really know. I also know Black Quill is in jail. But, wow, that's a lot of cases. I also know that this flower girl is Athena's girlfriend. I know that. And Apollo is going to be having a time. New game. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. I'll get rid of the alert. Okay, we good. Ooh, anime. Bomb? Oh, is the judge gonna die? Hell yeah. Wow, we get an anime. Okay.
These are dark times, where the law has been reduced to rubble.
Sam Riegel.
And it's up to us to restore it to its former glory. Yeah.
That.
I know what you mean. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move.
God, this is cool. Anime. In a video game.
Don't you worry. I've got a trusty new partner on board.
Athena. I'm really curious to see what Athena's like. Cause I love her design.
Done. You bet. Let's do this.
Okay, is that Monica Rial?
She's been with us for half a year, though I can hardly believe it. Anyway, her power will be our
Whoever
greatest weapon.
Yoichi is in Bleach. That's who this is. Ah. Ew.
Are you alright, miss?
Very cute, very cute.
Yeah, it's for this very reason I returned.
He's back.
Time to bring it to an end.
The boy is back in blue. Oh, picture choosy, classy, classy. Alright, Daddy is back. And Apollo is going through a phase. I know I play as all three. I know I play as Apollo, Phoenix, and Athena throughout this game. Curious how it's going to work out and what the hell Apollo's deal is, because I've seen him drawn with that cape and that outfit so many times. Ooh. The best thing about how Bob is when they erase and destroy without discretion. I flubbed that line a little bit, but you can ignore that. Now all I have to do is put everything on that little girl. Well, we know who our bad guy is. That keeps it simple. December 17th, almost Christmas. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 5. Nope, not feeling nervous at all. It's amazing what a girl gets used to. Even a tense atmosphere like this is no biggie. You doing okay, Athena? Oh, it's Apollo. Wow, you just dressed... Wait, you just dressed like... I thought we were going to get, like, normal Apollo for 2 seconds. Were you, like, caught in the explosion or something? He just appears like this. Okay. Okay. No Imagine if they never explained it. Oh, Apollo. Yeah, doing great. Like, I'm a little too great. Oh, yeah? Well, that's good to hear. Although, I could have sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there. Oh, am I that transparent, huh? Cracking? No, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves of steel. Here, I tell you! This is Apollo Justice. He's a fellow lawyer at the office I work for. Apollo is the lead of the defense on this case. But I'm going to be there at the bench with him, doing what I can to help out. I'll do whatever it takes to defend Junie. Speaking of steel, how are you holding up? That explosion really did a number on you. I'm just happy that you're okay, Athena. So he was caught in the explosion. Although, I can't pretend I have no connection to this case. That's why I'm gonna see to it that Juniper's name is cleared. Or Junie's. Wait, did he? Yeah, Juniper's. And I'm sure you feel much the same. You got that right. I won't rest till Junie is completely cleared of all suspicion. Apollo, Athena. Oh, Sunflower Girl already. Thank you for doing this for me. Junie? Hey, are you okay? Sorry about that. I always seem to get the coughing fits whenever I get nervous. God. I'm gonna turn myself up for a little bit. This kind of thing never happens at home in the forest. This is Juniper Woods. She's my dear, dear childhood friend. And she's also our client for this case. The news keeps repeating that Junie is the alleged bomber. But that's ridiculous! There's no way Junie would do anything like that. I bought you a little snack, Athena. Just a little something from my garden. Hey, thanks! So, is this an orange or a tangerine? It's an orange, my grandma says. That orange is the color of strength and endurance. Oh, I get it. Strength for the trial, eh? Right? Junie, you're always so good to me. Junie's look at me standing here clutching an orange to my chest with tears in my eyes. Well, don't you worry. We'll be so powerful in there, they won't know what hit them. Right, Apollo? Yeah, that's right. Come what may, this is one trial. We just can't lose. We just can't lose. Apollo! Apollo! Blood is seeping through his bandages. One of his wounds must have reopened. All this time, he was trying to put on a brave face, but he was really overdoing it. Mr. Justice. Huh? The trial is about to start, sir. Please proceed to the courtroom. But what, now? But Apollo's in no state to defend. I have to defend Juniper. What are we gonna do? The trial's about to start, with or without us. There's only one option I can think of at a time like this. But even if I called him now, he'd never get here in time. No, wait. There's something else I can do. Apollo, give me all the evidence for the case. Huh? What are you gonna do? Bailiff? Yes, miss? The defense would like to submit a substitution of attorney petition. Athena, you're not seriously. You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Junie. All by yourself? Athena, stop for a second and think about what you're saying. You've never once taken a case on a loan before, have you? You've never taken one before, right? No hey probleme. I can handle it, I think. That wasn't Spanish. Why did you font that like it was okay? But I guess it's really up to you, Junie. Would you be okay with me taking over? Sure. I believe in you, Athena. And that's enough for me. Happy Pride Month, guys. Honestly, Ace Attorney is my Pride Month game. That's what I have given to the people. You're worried about me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous too. I think my heart just might burst out of my chest. But you're in no shape to stand at the bench now. And you'll just have to leave it to me. Alright. I can see your mind's made up anyway. I hate it that I can't be there. But I know you'll give your utmost to defend Juniper. You bet I will. Rest assured of that. My name is Athena Sykes. I'm still just a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is only the second time I've taken the lead in a defense case. It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though. But I have to do this. And I'm definitely not about to let anything bad happen to Uni. Or Junie. What was your name again? Alright. Let's see the new pain fit. I think I know what it looks like, but I'm not super confident. Ooh, it's a fun little transition. The 3D is, I'm going to miss the sprites from here on, but the 3D is interesting. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, interesting. He has a pompadour. The prosecution is also ready, Your Honor. Uh-huh. And what is the meaning of this? I was under the impression that Mr. Red Monkey would be my opponent today. Yes, well, a substitution of attorney petition was submitted just a few moments ago. Due to the explosion in the courthouse yesterday, Mr. Justice is unable to continue. I see. Not at all surprised to use that as an excuse to run away. With me as his adversary, who wouldn't want to feign illness in order to escape? What? The nerve of that guy! I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Well, I would if I wasn't so nervous. This arrogant jerk. What an arrogant jerk? No, Widget! Is my hearing getting worse? I could have sworn I had the defense say something just now. No. You didn't hear anything at all. Especially not from me. Oh, how odd. I could have sworn I also heard something. Oh, that would be my indispensable partner, Widget. He sometimes blurts out what I'm thinking. Well then, if that's the case, then it's a clear contradiction to what you just stated. A contradiction? You just stated that you said nothing. However, if that device of yours says what you're thinking, then you indeed said I was... what was it? Elegance at work? Actually, it was arrogant jerk. Also, I love that face. At any rate, what does it matter if it's a red monkey or a yellow monkey facing me? No fresh out of law school rookie can defend this witness. Mr. Payne, I believe that's enough. Let us get back to the case. Of course, Your Honor. I'm more than ready to show this little girl why they call me the Rookie Humiliator. I knew it, he really is an arrogant jerk. Arrogant jerk. Miss Sykes, if you continue to insult the prosecution, I will remove you from this court. Yeah, I'm very sorry. It was just a knee-jerk reaction.
Now then, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, if you please.
Thank you, Your Honor. I could take some. Wow. My throat's already getting to me. It's only been like 10 minutes. Ah. Now then, the incident occurred yesterday here at this very courthouse in courtroom number 4. Wow, we built that fast. At that time, the trial for a certain bombing was held in courtroom number 4.
Oh yes, I was presiding over that trial as well. Ain't that a coinky-dink? Oh, and Mr. Justice was there as a lawyer for the defense.
A bomb that was being presented as evidence suddenly went off during the trial. Wow, you didn't. That's a big fuck up. It was a terrible incident, and courtroom number 4 was completely destroyed. Fortunately, we were able to start evacuation procedures before the explosion occurred. Just a few seconds more, and it would have turned into a horrific loss of human life.
But there was, in fact, one death, was there not?
That is correct, Your Honor. When courtroom number 4 was examined after the blast, the body of Detective Candace Arm was discovered. She was to take the stand as a witness later in the trial.
I suppose she wasn't able to evacuate in time. What a terrible tragedy. I must admit, I stumbled at least 10 times myself before I was able to escape.
Maybe the court should see about getting you even shorter robes. The victim's body was found near the entrance to the courtroom. I suspect she stayed until the very end to help guide the others out safely. Your Honor, allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and details about the bomb. Oh, interesting sound effect. Wait, what? Stuff that destroyed the courtroom. It was hidden inside a stuffed animal when it was detonated. Interesting. So that's what the bomb was. Okay, I know how this works. All evidence from the trial is filed in the court record. When I want to check something out, I just use R1, but I'll take a peek later. I mean, you told me to peek at it, so I'm gonna. Oh, can I not look at it? 23. Oh, is this like only a year later? Interesting. 18, 55, 27. Okay, just show us a picture of the body.
Please call the accused to the witness stand. Defendant, oh, are you feeling all right? You're looking a bit pale.
I'm so sorry. I'm feeling a bit weak when I first arrived here at the courthouse. That's that good shit. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. But I'm all right. Junie's really giving it her all. I better make sure I do the same. If you can please proceed. Your name and occupation, defendant. Juniper Woods. I'm a high school student. Miss Woods, can you confirm you were in the courthouse on the day in question? Oh, there's one for my face. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. I think I should be good now. Yes, I came to know Apollo Justice through my friend Thena. And so, I was there yesterday to watch his trial led by support. Boy, doing a crying thing. I did poorly on that one. Something's wrong. Junie's really scared. Did you know I'm also known as the Defendant Humiliator?
It looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I earned that moniker. Does his arrogance know no bounds? I have to protect Junie no matter what. Hey, you arrogant Prosecutor Payne. What is it? Do you want me to demonstrate why I'm known as the Rookie Humiliator instead? Deep breaths, Athena. Don't let him get to you. But Prosecutor Payne, Junie is telling the truth. Mr. Justice also backed up her claim when he saw him in the defendant lobby. And Junie, he said that he was glad to get the lotus roots you gave him too. He was? Oh, my grandma says lotus roots is good for your eyes. She says that they can even help you see into the future. They can? Then that's the perfect present for a lawyer. And if that's true, I guess he must not have had eaten them.
Oh, a sweet, meek girl like this? Blowing a courtroom to bits? I must say it's very hard to believe.
Now, Your Honor, don't let her seemingly innocent appearance fool you. The defendant had a motive for committing this crime. That's not true. I don't have any kind of motive. And I didn't even know the lady was killed. I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and the defendant. However, that doesn't matter. The only thing that does is that her objective was the destruction of courtroom number 4 itself. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Why in the world would Miss Woods want to do that? That's a very good question, coming from a novice such as yourself. But first, a question for the defendant. Have you ever been brought up on false charges? What? What? Yes, I have. And did that experience cause you to harbor a grudge against the court system? Now wait just 1 minute. If that kind of thing was a motive for blowing things up, then every one of our clients would turn into bombers.
That's a valid point. We wouldn't have a single courthouse left standing in the land.
I can see that accused isn't the only one who might bear resentment against the courts. But Miss Woods is the only person who could have committed this crime. Why? Because we have found some decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. Decisive, huh? I believe it when I see it. It involves a very unique aspect of the bomb itself, Your Honor.
And what exactly was so unique about it?
Why don't we have Miss Sykes answer that question? Huh? Me? Yeah, tell him, Miss Sykes. Tell him, Naegi. I noticed that you appear to be very nervous, and, well, gentleman that I am, I'd like to offer you a chance to gain some confidence with such an easy question. Could he be any more condescending? Really, what a thoroughly unpleasant man. L is for loser. What did it just say? Nothing? Not a single thing. Now let's see. What was I supposed to do at a time like this? Oh, I know. The court record. Tutorial.
Alright, Miss Sykes, let's hear it. What was unique about the bomb that blew up the courthouse?
It's inside a stuffed animal.
Mr. Payne, what kind of simpleton do you take me for? It was stuffed inside a stuffed animal. And evil intentions covered up by a cute exterior. Very good. Have a cookie. Ooh, cookie. The bomb that went off in the courtroom was indeed hidden inside a stuffed animal. There, how'd you like that? Not bad, huh? And I am fine. Just like I said from the start, I can do this.
Yes, as I recall, the bomb was inside a stuffed animal the whole time. I never even got to take a look at it. But what connection does this impish elephant have with the defendant?
The answer to that question lies in another piece of evidence, which I have right here.
And what, pray tell, is this? It appears to be a little singed.
It's a tale, Your Honor. The tale of a poor victim of the explosion.
This is incredible. Are you saying it's Detective Arm's tale?
Your Honor, it's so very close, but no. It belonged to this stuffed animal. It's called the Phony Fanty. It's a rather unpleasant name, if you ask me.
He's the mascot for a campaign to eliminate false evidence and false charges, is he not?
Exactly. His motto is phony evidence is just chunked up.
Chunked up, as in fucked up? Interesting.
That's so wrong on so many levels. The Phony Fanty's tail is made of vinyl cloth, and we found something very interesting on the surface. The defendant's fingerprints. What? The Phony Fanty provides the prosecution with all the evidence we needed. It clearly proves that the accused handled the bomb.
I like the revolve moving camera.
But that doesn't make any sense. Why would Junie's fingerprints be on it?
Oh, it does appear to be pretty irrefutable evidence. The court accepts it into evidence.
Evidence court record.
Why, Miss Woods, do you have any explanation for this?
I don't understand. How about you, Miss Sykes? Do you have any plausible explanation to refute this decisive piece of evidence? Well, I can't do it. I can't think of a single thing. But I'd better come up with something. For Junie's sake. If you can't produce an answer, we could always go straight to the ruling if you prefer. No, I have to say something fast. Oh no, I can't get my voice to work. What now of all times? Oh, I have a past. I thought I overcame this already. Maybe I am still not ready to stand in court? Anime! PTSD.
Oh shit, that's evocative for this game. The cursed katana? Oh fuck.
As you can see, there is no room for debate.
Objection! Why, it's you.
Hell yeah. Daddy has come home. Oh, we're from Phoenix's position now. Oh, I kind of wanted to play as Athena from longer, but whatever. Sorry it took me so long to get here, Athena. Apollo explained the whole thing to me over on the phone. He asked me to come help you out in his place. Words.
Thanks for coming. I hate to admit it,
But I was having a real rough time on my own. Oh, I don't know. I think you were doing just fine, all things considered. You hung in there, giving me enough time to get here. Now, let's turn things around.
you got it, boss.
Ho ho ho! Look who showed up out of the blue. If it isn't Mr. Phoenix Wright, you always manage to surprise me.
Your Honor, Mr. Payne has called for an early ruling. But I believe there are still many things that need to be deliberated. How did Miss Wood's fingerprints wind up on the stuffed animal tail? How was the bomb even detonated? Until these questions are answered, I assert it's impossible to make a fair ruling.
Oh, You're absolutely right. Let us continue from where we left off. I assume you have no objections, Mr. Payne.
Not at all, Your Honor. Miss Woods really looks like she's having a hard time. Junie's really struggling, Mr. Wright. I get the sense she's afraid of the courtroom itself. Because of yesterday? Yeah. It was understandable. It was understandably very traumatic for her. Poor thing. And here she is, back at the courthouse again. Being so brave. I'd like to make a request, Your Honor. If at all possible, I'd like to have Miss Woods rest in the lobby.
Oh, given the defendant's condition... very well, I grant special permission.
Oh, look at that. It's a bot. Die. Objection. Bot. You go get some rest, Junie, and leave the rest to us. Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that. Phoenix Wright. I've been looking forward to meeting you.
It's been a while, Mr. Payne.
Heh. You're more clueless than I'd heard. I do believe you mean, how do you do? For I am Gaspin Payne. I am the younger brother of our long-standing rival, Winston Payne.
What? A long-standing rival? When were we ever rivals, let alone long-standing?
You'll see, Mr. Wright. I will cleanse Winston of the disgrace he met at your hands.
Looks like this is a royal pain. Looks like this royal pain is going to be as thoroughly unpleasant as the other.
Your Honor, the prosecution would now like to call a decisive witness to the stand. This witness will testify as to how the accused detonated the bomb in the courtroom.
Very well. Please, call your witness, Mr. Payne.
Oh, interesting.
You know, I wonder who detonated that bomb. Witness, your name and occupation, please.
Right.
Witness?
Name?
Ted Tonate. Ted Tonate. As in detonate.
God. Occupation? Bomb disposal specialist.
Oh my! What a strange robotic voice you have!
Speech synthesis via typing. It is the same as me talking. He sounds exactly like a robot.
Can't you speak in a normal manner?
I can.
He can.
But I do not like to speak. Speaking is inefficient. Energy expenditure, speaking, typing, understand?
Oh, what an odd witness.
Mr. Tonate was in charge of the bomb for this trial and was there when it went off.
Being a bomb disposal specialist, do you have any relation to the victim?
Negative. I first met the girl while on this job. Many people are employed by the police. I know only a fraction of them. However, I was shocked when I first discovered the body of the victim.
Shocked?
I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body.
Huh. So he was the first to discover the body, was he?
Here he is to testify about the circumstances surrounding the moment of the explosion.
Very well. The court will hear Mr. Tonate's testimony. But at the very least, show the court some respect and remove that face guard, witness.
Witness testimony. When the bomb went off.
The bomb was originally disarmed by me, then transported here as evidence.
Wow, you did a shit job.
Bomb name HH3000, operated by timer or with a remote. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. I saw the bomb timer was counting down.
So even though the bomb was supposed to be disarmed, it somehow got switched on?
Precisely. Activating the timer is very simple. 1. Connect wires. 2. Switch on timer. A monkey could do it, as I am sure even you would be able to, Mr. Wright.
I guess this makes you the blue monkey in the barrel of fun, boss. Ahem. I'd now like to begin my cross-examination. Huh? Mr. Tonight, what is that?
HH300, aka a bomb.
A bomb? Quick, googly moogly!
Yeah.
Mr. Tonight, I demand that you disarm it this instant!
Disassembly complete.
Oh, sorry. Disassembly complete.
5.3 seconds. 0.2 seconds short of my personal best.
Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I'm not exactly a spring chicken, you know.
This is an exact replica of the HH3000. It is used to practice disarming bombs. Disarm equals success. Explosion equals failure.
An exact replica of the bomb that exploded, is it? So that's what it... So that's what it looked like.
I submitted a photograph of the real bomb taken just before the trial. Dimensions. 10 by 10 by 10. Weight 12 pounds. A perfect replica.
Your bomb does appear to be a very good copy indeed.
Yes, however, I could not replicate the detonated mechanism. It has a very puzzling wire setup. It is regrettable I could not replicate it.
Witness, that's enough. There's no need to replicate anything here.
Bomb. There's a bomb.
Now, if the fans would begin their cross-examination, where has Miss Sykes gone to?
Athena, you can come out now.
Okay, Mr. Wright, let's get to work.
I guess you were pretty scared, huh?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. She was about to bolt. They put a sock in it, widget.
As transparent as ever.
Now, let's see. Where were we?
We were at the cross-examination.
Oh, cross-examination, of course.
She seems disoriented. I wonder if she's alright. Maybe I should ask Athena if she remembers how to cross-examine?
Nah, she'll be fine.
I'll do everything I can to help. If you can find any contradictions, and you flub up too often, don't be afraid to ask me for help. I'll let you know when I think sounds good. I'll be counting on you if I get in a bind. Okay, so I actually have a help button. That's interesting. Okay. Let's actually look at our evidence. Okay, it's just a picture of the bomb. I actually don't have the bomb itself. Okay, I can't really examine much evidence. Ooh. Can I affect text speed? That's so slow. Okay, that's a little better. Press. You said that you disarmed the bomb? But are you really sure it was disarmed?
Absolutely, I can disarm anything.
In a flash. That looks more like dismantle than disarm to me.
Pardon me.
Yes. Let's see. Is there any chance you could have forgotten to disarm the bomb?
Impossible. I do not make rudimentary mistakes like that.
They say to, is human.
Although the jury's still out on this guy. You must know, Mr. Wright. According to the court's own records, the fact that the bomb had indeed been disarmed was officially confirmed. I guess I can rule out the possibility that he forgot to disarm it.
Could you talk about the bomb a little more?
Certainly.
Let's press that. What was the approximate size and weight of the bomb?
Dimensions 10 by 10 by 10, 12 pounds. The information is also written on the photograph.
Oh yes, here it is.
According to this, the case is made out of alloy plating, 5/16 of an inch thick. Sounds like one thick and very heavy bit of metal.
I bet if I dropped that thing on your foot, you'd be hopping. If you dropped that thing anywhere, I'd be hopping for the nearest exit.
Very well, I believe the court has heard enough about the bomb itself. You're keeping an eye on the bomb? Where were you watching it from?
I was in the gallery once.
Hold it!
Why were you in the gallery?
My duties may have been over the moment, but I wanted to keep watch. Even though the bomb was disarmed, you can never be too careful. Explosive devices are very dangerous things.
Oh, how admirably responsible of you. A model to be emulated.
I practice disarming bombs every day.
I practice assembling them too.
The disarming part I get, but assembling them? Well, I'll have you know that I practice presenting evidence every day myself. I see, but do you ever practice having evidence presented to you? Presented to me? What? No, Then you cannot very well call yourself a professional yet, can you? That does it! I'm gonna start practicing having evidence presented at me every day! And you better drink some coffee, boss. We're gonna be pulling an all-nighter.
I don't think that will be necessary.
Or worth either of our time.
Somebody's tired of
Hold it!
You saw it counting down clearly with your own eyes. I hardly think a timer as small as the one on the bomb could be seen from the gallery. These goggles help me see very small things clearly from very far away. I can even see what you had for breakfast by looking at your time. Why do I suddenly feel like a bug under a magnifying glass? Huh, I guess it's possible he saw the timer if he's wearing those goggles. I'm not so sure. There's something that just doesn't sit right with me. Huh? I don't think I follow. The bomb was completely hidden inside the stuffed animal. Look like a bomb at all. Find out testimony that conflicts with the evidence, right? That's right. Listen carefully to what Mr. Did that. It's a matter of taking a look at any evidence that seems relevant. Yeah, so I want to present. I think the state. Okay, they're just fully telling me what's the contradiction is. Didn't look like a bomb because it was inside a stuffed animal. Gotcha. Thank you for telling me straight up. That's actually not terrible. I saw the bomb's timer was counting down. Yeah, it was hidden inside the stuffed animal.
Objection!
So you say you saw the bomb's countdown. Is that right? Of course. I clearly saw it counting down to 0. And I say that you are clearly lying. What are you talking about? There's no way you could have seen the bomb's timer. After all, the bomb was concealed inside a stuffed animal. Mr. Tonate, how can you claim to know the bomb was about to go off when you couldn't even see the timer? What? No!
That does seem like a glaring inconsistency indeed. Witness, How would you explain this?
Well, Ooh, that was great, Mr. 8. You found a contradiction right off the bat.
Always remember, Athena, when you find an inconsistency in a witness testimony, there's always a reason behind it. It could be a lie or a hidden meaning, a secret, whatever it is. It's up to us to dig it out.
And pointing out every contradiction we find is the best way to do it. Right, boss?
Now the question is, what can we dig out of Mr. Tonate?
Well, let me see. No. There must be some mistake. Oh, yes, of course. I remember now. The sound. I knew because of the sound.
Sound? What sound?
When the timer of the bomb is switched on, it beeps softly. Beep, beep, beep. It is the sound of the bomb counting down.
A beeping noise, you say? I suppose it would be possible to notice that, even with the bomb inside the stuffed animal.
Yeah, I simply made a mistake. My bad.
Objection!
How in the world did you hear such a tiny little sound all the way from the gallery?
Listening for the sound of a bomb timer is an integral part of my work. I consistently undergo training so that I will never miss it.
I hardly think training would help you hear something so soft from so far away. Oh, what now?
Are you making light of the fine science of disarming bombs? It is a solemn mission that I put my life on the line to perform. What kind of specialist would I be if I could not hear a bomb's timer?
It's not like disassembling a toaster, you know.
Now he's just showing off. You keep asserting that the sound was too tiny to hear, but the only tiny thing here is your skill as a lawyer. Being mistrustful is not an attractive quality, you know.
And you're just overflowing with attractive qualities, are you?
Or perhaps you have some proof that Mr. Tonat did not hear the sound.
Well, no, but it still seems totally suspect. It's gonna be really hard to prove that he didn't hear something.
If I have this correct, the prosecution's argument is that someone reactivated the bomb before it was brought into the courtroom. What I don't understand, Mr. Payne, is why you believe that person to be Miss Woods.
And that's simple, Your Honor. Mr. Tonate happened to be there when it happened. He was there when the defendant rearmed the bomb.
What's this now?
It happened before the trial started. It was when Detective Irma and I were transporting the bomb.
You know what this voice makes me think of? It makes me think,
oh my god, it really is Tuxedo Mask. We brought the bomb to the lobby for the defense. Bomb equals evidence. The lawyer wanted to see it before the start of the trial. Looking for a chance to get at the bomb, Miss Woods was already there in the lobby. Her goal was to surely rearm the bomb and steal the remote switch.
the remote switch?
Yes, the switch that controls the bomb remotely. Duh. It has been missing ever since the incident.
Missing remote switch. Court record.
I am partially to blame. I left the bomb and remote on top of the transport case. And they were rearmed and stolen while I was talking with the lawyer. The defendant then used the remote from inside the courtroom to start the timer.
How can you assert so unequivocally that the bomb was rearmed in the lobby?
The bomb was safely secured in the transport case. The only time it was outside of the case was in that lobby. Therefore, that was the one and only opportunity anyone had to meddle with it.
Someone other than Mr. Tonate could have opened the case and taken the bomb out.
Impossible! The transport case is assigned exclusively to me. Do you see the number here? That is my identification number. And I have the only key that can open the case. Nevertheless, Mr. Payne's assertion is nothing more than conjecture. I kind of want to look at this. I can't spin any evidence. I hope there's still, like, 3D spinnable evidence. I always really enjoy that. You have no proof that it was Mr. Woods who stole the remote switch.
And by the same token, you have no proof that it wasn't her.
And what I do have is a piece of evidence that proves the defendant handled the bomb. That tail!
5 minutes, 24 seconds, 2.3 decaseconds.
The defense advantage lasted a mere 5 minutes. Talk about a rotten hand. As long as they have her fingerprints as their trump card, I'm at a big disadvantage.
Oh, it appears we'll have to hear from the defendant herself once more.
I wholeheartedly agree, Your Honor. I would like to recall Miss Woods to the stand.
I trust if you have no objections, Mr. Wright.
I'm worried about her condition, but we do need her testimony. On the other hand, I'm not sure I want to make Athena mad. I can read your feelings, you know, boss. Guess there's no hiding from her, huh? Don't worry. I know we need her testimony. But if anybody picks on her again, they'll pay. Guess she's already at angle level 1. Don't worry. I'll stop the proceedings before I let anything bad happen to her. The defense has no objections, Your Honor.
In that case, I will take my leave. But before I do, there is just one more thing, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, is it?
Me? Yes.
Dismantling bombs is my job. Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try.
Ugh. This guy is hiding something. I just know it.
Now, if you will excuse me.
Bailiff, please go out to the lobby and bring back the defendant.
Junie. Hi, Thena.
She looks even worse off than before.
Don't worry, Junie. We're here for you. Thanks, Thena. I'll do my best too.
Give me 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. Someone got locked out of the house.
You blew up the courtroom because you bear resentment against the courts, correct? No, of course not. What's that you say? I can barely hear you.
I haven't done anything wrong.
This prosecutor's scary. What an impudent little girl. Stop acting innocent and tell the truth.
This is getting ugly.
You rearmed the bomb because you wanted to blow up the courthouse. Admit it. That's why you went to the lobby where Mr. Justice was. Isn't that right?
Objection, badgering the witness. Objection, leading the witness. Get out of here.
Mr. Wright, can I go give the prosecutor a smack? What? Of course not. Do we have to do review courtroom manners 101 again? We can't let a creep that bullies innocent girls like this off so easily.
I haven't forgotten about how he treated you.
Don't worry about me, just help Junie. Her heart's crying out. She's so scared. She's very scared.
Looks like Athena's picking something up with a heightened sense for hearing. It sounds like this time, it's the voice of Miss Wood's heart.
Don't deny it. You stole the remote switch and used it in the courtroom, didn't you? Your Honor, please put a stop to this. Mr. Payne is badgering the defendant.
Yes, Mr. Woods does seem quite frightened. Mr. Payne, I ask you behave more like a gentleman.
Ah, but don't you know, Your Honor, there is no more a gentleman in this world than I. As if a gentleman, or even a gentleman, would behave like he does. Don't let that rude ruffian win. Athena. How dare you call a gentleman such as I a rude ruffian? I'll have you know I attend a manners class every Saturday. I'm more than just a mere gentleman. I'm a genteel man. Not when you're terrorizing a young lady, you're not. I demand my money back from the manners class if I were you.
Yeah. I should probably be the adult here and stop the two of them, but this is fun to watch. Get out the popcorn.
Mr. Payne, that will be enough.
Certainly, Your Honor. No further questions. Let's move on to the defendant's testimony. Miss Woods, please share with the courtroom what you were doing when the bomb went off.
I don't know how to cry as a little girl. The bomb went off.
Well, that day, I was watching from the gallery. The bomb went off. And rubble started falling. It fell on top of me. June is clearly in pain, being forced to recall the bombing like this. She can't even get her words out.
This isn't going to work, so what now? Hey, wait a minute. Even if she can't vocalize what she wants to say, we can listen to what's inside her heart. Yes, now's the perfect time to use Athena's power. You can hear it, can't you, Athena? The cries of Miss Wood's heart?
Yes, and they sound incredibly strained. She's so scared. I think she could collapse at any second.
New mechanic.
Athena has a unique ability, you see. With her finely tuned sense of hearing, she can hear the words of a witness's heart. In essence, she can sense how a person is really feeling from the tone of their voice. Guess it's all up to Athena and her special ability for now. Athena, I want you to use analytical psychology you studied, and listen to the testimony of Mrs. Wood's heart.
Okay, boss, I'll give it a go. After all, this is the whole reason I put all the effort into studying analytical psychology.
What? Auf geht's? German? Why are you throwing German at me?
Auf geht's, let's do this.
Hologram. So your holographic thingamabob can show us how Miss Woods is feeling, right?
In a nutshell, yes.
The emotions and images that I picked up on the... Punning? I think someone just lit a candle in the next room. If I light on fire, let me know, guys. The emotions and images that I picked up on just now while listening to her testimony.
I can enter all of that into widget and use the mood matrix to analyze them.
The mood matrix. Excuse me?
These mood markers here reflect fluctuations in Junie's emotions.
When she feels happy or is enjoying the memory, the happy marker will light up. When she feels angry or frustrated, the angry marker will react. When she feels sad or frightened by a memory, the sad marker will blink. And when she feels surprised or confused, the surprised marker will let us know. So with your special ability and Widget's Mood Matrix program, we can track how Miss Woods is feeling as she testifies. Talk about the wonders of technology. Yep, now let's give it a shot. I'm picking up on some kind of discord or noise in Junie's heart. See here, this is where the noise looks like in the Mood Matrix. It's a result of inconsistencies between her testimony and her feelings. If we can pinpoint these inconsistencies, the noise level should drop. Okay, it's time to listen to Miss Woods' true testimony. Analyzing. Well, that day, I was watching from the gallery. The bomb went off. And rubble started falling. It fell on top of me. Why is she happy that rubble fell on? What? I think I have a good grasp on Junie's emotional state now. This power of Athena's incredible. And I'm seeing an unexpected emotion that's inconsistent with the content of her testimony. What? Already? Look at this. When she says it fell on top of me, the happy marker is reacting. Oh, look at that. That is odd. There must be a reason for this contradictory emotion. We just need to do some digging. When you find an unexpected emotion, you'll first need to pinpoint it. Then select the unexpected emotion or reaction from the four mood markers with X. Okay. Interesting. Widget is registering joy when Miss Woods recalls the rubble falling on her. There must be a reason for this unexpected emotion. Miss Woods, as the rubble was falling, was there also something that made you feel happy? What? Mr. Wright, the feeling of happiness is spreading throughout Junie's heart. Keep going on this point, and I bet Junie will start to calm down. Great. Let's hear what she has to say. Just as I was about to escape the courtroom, the bomb went off. I was so startled. I tripped. And then rubble started falling on top of me. I really thought I was done for. But just then, Apollo came and rescued me. Apollo? He used his own putty to shield me from the rubble. So that's when he sustained those injuries. How do you feel, Junie? Did talking about Apollo give you some courage? Yes, Apollo is just like the sun. Strong and bright and warm. Just talking about it makes me feel like a leaf undergoing photosynthesis. And see? Your coughing stopped all of a sudden. Oh, you're right. Thank you, Thena. Looks like we were able to draw out some new testimony. Pretty neat, huh? But there's still some noise left. Meaning there must still be some discord in Junie's heart. I guess we'll have to keep going then. Let me input new information and update on the mood matrix, and we'll be good to go. You remember what to do, right? When I find an unexpected emotion, I should pinpoint it, right? That's right, and then you select it from the mood markers. If we can find the reason for the discord in our heart, then we should be able to draw even more new testimony out.
Info update. Too slow. The bomb went off. I was startled and tripped. I thought I was done for. Info update. Interesting, she was also a little sad. Was she sad that Apollo got hurt? You were happy when Mr. Justice rescued you, weren't you?
Yes, I was really happy.
But was there also something you felt sad about at the time?
Sad?
The reason I ask this, when you described how you were rescued, we sensed a little sadness too.
Oh, I think it's probably because of Bum Rap Winnie.
Bum Rap Winnie? Well, what do you know? Something new?
That's right. I brought my stuffed animal, Bum Rap Winnie, to watch the trial with me. Bum Rap Winnie and Photo Fanny are brothers.
Who knew the legal world could inspire a whole line of merchandise?
I had Bum Rap Winnie with me while I was watching the trial. But it wasn't until Apollo saved me that I realized I'd lost him as I was running away.
My poor Winnie, the victim of that terrible bomb.
Oh, I know. We can see what he looks like in this poster. It's for the campaign to eradicate fake evidence and false charges. Phony Fanny and Bum Rap Winnie. Nothing against the campaign, but why an elephant?
Oh, sorry. Photo Fanny and Bum Rap Winnie, huh? Nothing against the campaign, but
why an elephant and a rhinoceros? Mr. Wright, I don't sense any discord in Junie's heart anymore.
So I guess that means we managed to draw out all her testimony.
That's right. I'll just make an update with the new info and we'll have a whole picture. So, do you think the new testimony will help?
Absolutely. I don't know what I would have done without you, Athena. So Bum Rap Winnie was in the courtroom when the bomb went off. Now that we know that, it changes the meaning of that other piece of evidence. All I have to do is present it at the right statement. Because it's a new tale, right? Oh, this is up for the whole time. Interesting. Oh, okay, that's what Bum Rap Winnie is. I was watching the gallery with Bum Rap Winnie. I tried to run, but I was too slow. Oh, the tears are part of the stuffed animal. That's actually pretty funny.
Objection!
Miss Woods, I know this trial has been very hard for you, but can you relax now? You are, without a doubt, innocent.
Mr. Wright, what wild assertion are you making now? Assertion.
My wild assertion is simply this. The two stuffed animals were mixed up. The tail of the defendant's fingerprints were found on wasn't that of Phony Fancy. It was the tail of her gallery companion, Bum Rap Winnie.
What? What nonsense is that? I can see they're both stuffed animals, yes, but they're completely different characters. An elephant and a rhino? They're as distinct as a defense lawyer and a prosecutor.
But are they really so different? Both defense lawyers and prosecutors strive to protect the peace through law.
Even elephants and rhinos have some similar characteristics. They're both gray, for example.
Anyway, this poster is all you need to prove my assertion to be true. If I may direct the court's attention here, you'll clearly see how the two got mixed up. The tail is the same. That's kind of just presenting the same evidence again, but whatever.
Well, would you look at that? The two tails are exactly the same.
Yes, exactly. The two stuffed animals are based on entirely different animals, but the design of their tails is exactly the same. Yeah!
Order! Order in the court. As long as the possibility exists that the tail belongs to Bum Rap Rudy, we can no longer consider it to be decisive proof that the defendant handled the bomb. As things stand, I consider the charges against the accused unsubstantiated. Would you agree, Mr. Payne?
Yes, of course, Your Honor. Oh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You turned things around.
Yeah, it's not over yet, but at least we managed to hold out this long.
I believe that brings our proceedings for today to a close. Mr. Payne, I'm afraid you have some serious investigating ahead of you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well, let us reconvene tomorrow. Court is adjourned.
Is it actually adjourned? Whoa, that's weird. Wow, that's we usually never. Usually, case one always wraps up within like day one. That's weird. A multi-day case one? That's weird. I'm gonna keep saying that, I guess. I don't know. Weird.
That was so exciting, boss. We did it.
I'm all over the place with Athena voice-wise.
True to form, you managed to just barely pull it off at the very last moment.
True to form? Gee, I never knew you had such a glowing opinion of me.
Thank you for everything you're doing. Thank you for everything you're doing.
You did great, Miss Woods. You really stuck it out there.
And you got really brave at the end. Just when we needed you the most, Junie. Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around. Well, you were the one who gave me the courage, Lena. Really? Thanks. To be honest, was I any help at all?
Of course. Without you, we would have never gotten out of the tight spot.
That's good to hear. I may still have a lot to learn, but you can bet I'm gonna give it my all. I'll be so good that one day you can call me your partner.
That's what I like to hear. Analytical psychology. The ability to solve the riddles of a person's heart. Athena's true potential is beginning to really shine through.
Hey, where's Apollo anyway?
Huh? Good question. I almost forgot about him. I assumed he'd still be here in the lobby.
Ooh, I know. Maybe he's still in courtroom number 4.
Courtroom number 4? What would he be doing at the scene of the explosion?
When I came out to the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about Bum Rap Rennie. I told him I dropped Rennie in the courtroom as I was trying to escape before the blast. And then Apollo said he had an idea of where Rennie might be, so we went to go take a look together.
Huh, I guess Apollo can be pretty nice when he wants to be. So you were looking for Rennie together before you called back to courtroom number 5?
Yes. I had some time to rest, so I was able to go and look for him. But then they called me into courtroom number 5 to testify. Apollo insisted on staying there, though.
With all those injuries, I wonder how he's managing.
I think Apollo might have figured something out.
Huh, wonder what it was.
He told me, I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper.
Just maybe he found some new pieces of evidence?
Anyway, we'd better go and get him.
Good idea. Anime.
Apollo? Trial's over for today.
I'm getting a lot of anime.
Come on, I know you're. No.
Apollo's fucking dead. Well, shit. To be continued. Yeah, keep going. Why not? Oh, next day. So no investigation segment. Interesting. Okay, so this isn't that weird, because usually there are two, like, sections to Chapter 1. I guess this time it's just, instead of it being a short recess, it's like a whole day in between, which is interesting. This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of this trial to start. But, given how things ended yesterday... Good morning. The mood sure is tense. Not that that's any surprise. Oh, hey. Did you read the paper this morning, boss? Huh? The paper? That came out of left field. You didn't read it? Then you don't know how the big news. Somebody spotted an abominable snowman way up in the mountains. Tell me you know the difference between a paper and a tabloid, Athena. It might show up in the forest where you live, Junie. So you better watch out, okay? You really should read the story for yourself. I couldn't even begin to do it justice. Justice? Huh? Oh, poor Apollo. And it's all my fault. Athena! Athena! I can't be loud and do that voice. Oh, Junie, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry. What we found yesterday was not Apollo's dead body, thank goodness. He'd been assaulted by someone with a blow to his head and was lying unconscious. We rushed him to the hospital right away, and it looks like he's going to pull through. But it was still quite a shock to stumble onto a scene like that. Man, they are putting Apollo through the ringer. First they blew him up, and then they hit him in the back of the head with a rock. Is Miss Woods alright, Athena? Well, I managed to get her to stop crying. Now she's resting on top of the sofa over there. I guess she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo. Poor Junie. She believes the reason Apollo was attacked is because he was helping her look for something in that courtroom. Oh? I guess I can see why she'd think that. By the way, how are you doing? Who, me? Yeah, you. I know you're concerned about Miss Woods, but are you alright? Me? I'm doing just fine, boss. I mean, yeah, it was a huge shock, but I'm alright. People who've studied analytical psychology are great at times like these. After all, they've learned how to control their own emotions, too. Their own emotions, too. Somehow, I don't think it's as easy as she makes it sound. But there's no denying she's a real trooper. Apollo doesn't really remember a thing, does he? Yeah, he can't recall anything from the time before he was assaulted. Nothing about what he was doing in the courtroom number 4 or who assaulted him. The doctor said it's probably due to his hit that he took on the head. Assaulted in a court of law and losing your memory at that. I know how that feels. But who in the world would do such a thing? Huh, Mr. Wright? Just wait till I get my hands on that coward who hurt our Apollo. Now, Athena. I thought you said you were in control of your emotions. Let's just focus on helping Mr. Woods, okay? But I admit that I'm just as upset as you. Okay, boss, you're right. Apollo's assailant can wait until after we clear Junie's name. That's the spirit. Now, let's see. I better check the court record one more time before the trial starts. Sure. 18, okay. She young. She a babby. No new evidence.
Earth to Mr. Right. I'm ready whenever you are.
Alright, let's get ready to rumble.
You bet.
With everything that happened with Apollo, I didn't have time for a proper investigation. I can't let that stop me, though. I have to get this right. For Mrs. Wood's sake. And Apollo's, too. Alright, hopefully, like, we get to do some real gameplay now. Because it's been very handholdy so far. Court is now in session. All rise. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is also ready, Your Honor.
Now then, I believe I instructed the prosecution to further the investigation. Were you able to locate the remote switch in question?
I'm afraid the remote switch is still missing, Your Honor.
I must say I'm disappointed, Mr. Payne. Not angry, just disappointed.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Looks like the prosecution is just as unprepared as I am.
There is a separate matter, however, that I would like to bring up during this trial.
A separate matter, you say? And what might that be?
I assume you're aware that another incident occurred during yesterday's trial. I'm speaking, of course, of the assault on Mr. Justice in the ruins of courtroom number 4.
Uh-oh, why is he bringing that up?
Yes, what a truly harrowing experience it must have been. Poor Mr. Justice.
At the time of the attack, Mr. Justice was not alone. He was with the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods.
He isn't going where I think he's going with this, is he?
The prosecution wishes to indict Miss Woods on the charges of Mr. Justice's assault.
That is dirty.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the incident under deliberation here is the courtroom bombing. The assault on Mr. Justice has nothing to do with this trial.
But I believe there is a connection between the case and Mr. Justice's assault. Please, take a moment to consider these facts. Both events occurred in courtroom number 4. And that's it. This is the location in courtroom number 4 where the unconscious Mr. Justice was discovered. As you can see, it was quite close to where Detective Arm's body was found.
Diagram.
The question is, why did the culprit feel the need to maliciously attack Mr. Justice?
Why, indeed. What do you believe their motive to be, Mr. Payne?
I believe Mr. Justice found something in that courtroom while Miss Woods was with him. Evidence that fingered her as the perpetrator of the bombing.
You mean he found something incriminating?
Precisely. And so, I surmise the defendant picked up a piece of rubble and hit Mr. Justice on the back of the head in order to silence him. Junior would never do such a thing. She was devastated when he found Apollo hurt like that.
Miss Sykes, please control your outbursts.
Ahem. It is the prosecution's belief that by deliberating on Mr. Justice's assault, we will draw out ever closer to the truth of the courtroom bombing itself.
Oh, very well. Mr. Woods is hereby officially indicted on the charges of assaulting Mr. Justice.
What? Why are you listening to Mr. Toupee over there?
Although, considering our conversation yesterday,
I think Apollo might have figured out something.
Wonder what it was.
He told me I'm going to look for it.
Yeah, we just saw this. Bobbity boo. Maybe the two incidents really are related after all.
I would like to start by hearing from the defendant herself.
Very well, bailiff. Please bring Miss Wood to the witness stand.
I'm sorry. I can't seem to stop. It's that good shit.
Miss Woods. Guess she's still really upset about Apollo.
Miss Woods, you went to the ruins of courtroom number 4 with Mr. Justice, did you not? Yes, I did. Good, good. If you would, then, please testify what happened to the court. During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me and went to the courtroom ruins together. But then I was called back to this courtroom to give testimony. Apollo insisted on staying behind in courtroom number 4. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever hurt such a kind person? Bow.
So Mr. Justice stayed by your side while you were feeling unwell. What an admirable young man! I thought his loud voice was his only outstanding feature.
He may look like a little imp at times, but Apollo can be really nice, too.
I hope she didn't hurt her wrist backhanding that one.
But one has to wonder, why did Mr. Justice stay behind in the ruins?
I think Apollo might have figured out something.
Something? What kind of something?
Something to do with the courtroom bombing, kind of something, I think.
Oh-ho! New evidence for the case, was it? That's a very big kind of something indeed.
I believe so. He mentioned looking for some evidence when I was called away. Just as I thought. There is a connection between the two incidents. But the defendant has told a very big lie, Your Honor.
What lie is that?
When she learned Mr. Justice would be looking for evidence, she attacked him. She attacked him to give herself the chance to destroy the evidence. No, I never... Miss Woods repaid Mr. Justice's kindness with violence. We found the proof of her foul deed there in the courtroom ruins.
What on earth?
Do you see it? There in front of Mr. Justice's Justice's right hand. Witness the message he left us.
It's written in blood. W-O-O-D-S. What does that spell? I don't know. Why isn't that?
That's right, Your Honor. It says Woods in capital letters. What? I submit that Mr. Justice left us with the name of his attacker before he fainted. No, that can't be true. Why would Apollo write my name? Mr. Wright, the nerve of him leaving that message. Why would he do this? Hey, don't take it out on me. I don't understand it any more than you do. When we discovered Apollo yesterday... Apollo! We didn't even have a chance to rush over to him. As soon as security heard Athena scream, they ran in and cornered off the area. After that, they were there in courtroom number 4 with Apollo the whole time. We couldn't investigate anything ourselves and had to leave everything to the police. So I never thought that they would find some bloody writing there.
Now then, please begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Can't believe it is surprising that they would have missed that. During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Let's not press that, let's save time. And went to the courtroom ruins together. Okay. Then call back to the courtroom to give testimony. Let's press that.
Hold it!
That was when you were called to the stand after Miss tonight's testimony, right?
Yes, the bailiff came to courtroom number 4 and brought me back to this courtroom.
And what about Mr. Justice? Did he come with you or did he stay behind? Oh, we already know this. Let's pass that. I better not ask about Apollo. I know, I'll use some small talk here to get her to relax a bit. Do you have any... Wow, oh, wow. Do you have any hobbies, Mrs. Woods?
Hobbies? Oh, well, I love growing vegetables in my garden. And I love to knit. I like sewing, too. I made this outfit myself. Keep it up, Mr. Wright, it's working. Now ask her if she has a crush on anyone.
Ahem. So, is there anyone in particular that you like right now?
Mr. Wright, is that question even remotely related to this case?
To this case? Not really. Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking questions unrelated to the case at hand.
Sorry, Your Honor. -1 to brownie points. Mrs. Woods, please continue with your testimony.
I guess you pass it, why not? Do you think Mr. Justice is kind?
Yes, very kind. He rescued me. He's like the sun, he's like the sun, strong and warm. He makes me feel strong too.
The only adjective I associate with sun are sweltering and oppressive.
But then Apollo got hurt and it's all my fault. Junie, Apollo's gonna be just fine. He's just like the sun, right? Well, the sun doesn't just drop out of the sky. You really think he'll be fine? Hey, but the sun does go down at night. Then that means Apollo could...
Mr. Payne, I do not think much of a men who make young ladies cry.
Looks obvious Junie didn't attack Apollo. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Right, I agree. Must have gone to look for Bum Rap Winnie together. But why did they need to find it so badly that they'd all go to that trouble? Okay, so maybe it was the early statements. Let's press that. I skipped that. Why exactly did you go to the courtroom ruins?
We went to look for my medicine to stop my coughing.
Your medicine? Why would your medicine be in courtroom number 4?
I dropped it in the heat of the moment. Bumrap Winnie, he was keeping my medicine safe for me. He has a little compartment that I can put things in, you see.
Phony Fanty has the same type of pocket. That's where the bomb was inserted.
I had put my medicine for my coughing fits inside of Bumrap Winnie. But when I told Apollo about it, he said he'd help me look for him. There was so much rubble in there, I was worried, but there was no rubble or anything in front of the witness stand. So when we got inside, Apollo went straight there and started looking for my Winnie in that area. It was so nice of him to do that for me, in spite of all his injuries. Apollo is so strong and kind, just like the trees of the forest.
The way she makes him sound, you'd think Apollo was some kind of ancient god. No, wait. Call the name, huh? So that's why you went to the ruins, I see. That seems to be quite an important fact. Please add it to your testimony. That's why there was no rubble. Press that, why not? Are you on the witness stand? Are you sure about that?
I'm sorry, did I say something wrong?
No, of course not. I was just testing my hearing. It must not upset her. Must not upset her.
Yes, I'm sure that's where we searched first.
He is technically by the witness stand. Does that count as by the witness stand? Where there was no bubble. I'm gonna try presenting this because why not? This is the only thing I could think of. that might contradict.
Objection!
Music stopped. That's something. So we started a search with the witness stand, you say?
That's right. I guess maybe he wanted to start from the furthest point in the room. He was being so brave. And strong.
But that's odd. Under the circumstances, he shouldn't have been capable of that.
But he was, and he still is. He might not look it, but he really is brave and kind too.
That's not the part I'm finding fault with. Someone has a crush on Apollo. Oh, you had to actually state the obvious? What you are claiming is something that no one should have been able to do. But I should think that anyone could be brave and kind if they wanted to, Mr. Wright. True, anyone can be brave and kind. But if you would please take a look at this diagram. With the courtroom in this state, how was it possible to walk up to the witness stand? Oh, is this rubble in front of the witness stand? I see your point. The rubble blocks off the access to the area around the witness stand.
Does such a tiny inconsistency even matter? Perhaps the witness is simply misremembering it.
Ugh. Great, now I'm not so sure it matters.
A real man doesn't make mountains out of molehills, you know.
But that's precisely what Mr. Wright does best.
I call slander, Your Honor.
So, was it really impossible to approach the witness stand? I have to say, it's a bit hard to tell with any accuracy from just this diagram. Mr. Payne, do you have any photos of the crime scene?
Let me see, Your Honor. Yes, I have one more. Here it is. It's more pulled back version of the photo I presented before.
Isn't that just the case for the bomb? Huh? What's that hunk of metal on wheels? Mr. Payne, is the metallic object in the photo of Mr. They're actually just saying it. I thought I'd have to prove that for a sec. Thank God. Mr. Payne, is the metallic object in that photo Mr. Tonate's bomb transport case?
That's right. Is there some problem?
Oh yes, the transport case was there in the courtroom before when the bomb went off. It must have been there ever since.
Oh, that's it.
Miss Woods, have you remembered something?
Yes, I just realized. Its position. It's different from before.
Its position? The position of what?
The position of the big metal thing.
The bomb transport case?
Yes, when Apollo and I went there, it was in a different place. Where the case is in the photo was open space, so it was easy to search the stand.
I see. So where was the transport case when you and Mr. Justice saw it?
As I recall, I think it was more to the right.
To the right? Then that means... In that case, the case is over here at the time of Apollo's attack. Huh?
Who cares where the transport case was when? What difference does it make? It has nothing to do at all with what we were talking about.
Objection!
Where the transport case was has everything to do with this discussion. In case it's so important that it's enough to turn the prosecution's argument on its ear.
What?
Well, that certainly sounds very relevant indeed. And you sound as though you know where the case was at the time of the attack?
Actually, kind of... That's enough to... Okay, you just think it's important. Yes, Your Honor. This diagram represents the crime scene as shown in the photo. And this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault on Mr. Justice. Alright, I have this. The bomb transport case was here. It was over the woods, I guess.
Take that!
Your Honor, I assert that this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault. But that's...
Inconceivable!
Mr. Woods. Miss Woods. Was this where the transport case was when you saw it?
Yes, that's where it was.
Thank you, Miss Woods. I'm sure the court has noted an interesting fact about this position.
The transport case covers up the writing in blood.
Exactly. If the transport case was in that position at the time of the assault, then no message could have been written there because the case was in the way. Which leads us to conclude that Mr. Justice couldn't have left the bloody writing. That is a great point, but I will also say, just real quick, that this testimony is currently coming from the one suspected of doing the thing and totally could be lying. She's not, but I want to see if they bring that up.
Why should we believe the defendant's claim about that the case was in a different position? She's obviously lying.
The fact that the case was moved after the assault on Mr. Justice is proved by more than Miss Wood's testimony alone.
What? And where's the proof you're talking about?
It's right here in the crime report and crime photo.
Oh, I've keen to see this proof myself, Mr. Wright.
What in the photo indicates that the transport... What in this photo indicates that the transport case was moved after the assault? Ooh, tire marks.
Take that!
All the proof you need, Your Honor, is right here. Down from you, which means you're just talking while it's in the dark, aren't you? Ouch, you're good. I bet you can also tell them about the... You just unned yourself. Boo! I hit the tire marks. I hit the tire marks. Boo! I call BS. I guess the fact that the tire marks are specifically on the bandage.
Take that!
Please take a look at the mark that... God, thank God. Please take a look at the mark that runs over Mr. Justice's bandage here.
I see it, but what is it?
This mark was made by one of the casters on the transport case carrying the bomb. As the case was moved, it ran over his bandages. In other words, the transport case was originally to the right of Mr. Justice. And after Mr. Justice was assaulted, the transport case was moved.
What?
Just as Miss Wood said, the case was covering the writing at the time of the assault. Therefore, it was impossible for Mr. Justice to have left the message in blood.
No!
You did it, boss! It was a real nail-biter, but you pulled it off. Yep, that should bring down the prosecution's claim like a house of cards.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, that was a very clever deduction.
Yeah, it was nothing, Your Honor. Nothing but pure genius. Take that. Okay, writers. Don't pat yourself too hard on the back.
Boss, I'm sensing a definite smug and braggy vibe coming off of you.
I have just one question, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
If Mr. Justice didn't leave this message in blood, then who did?
Huh? What? Oh.
Well, looks like I should have taken that train of thought through to the last station.
Well, I've heard a lot about this. So this is Mr. Wright's famous bluffing technique, is it?
Oh, this feeling. It brings back memories of the old days. Back when you carved out a name for yourself by bluffing your way through thick and thin.
Gee, Mr. Wright, the judge kinda makes you sound no better than a two-bit con man. Your argument with such confidence, Mr. Wright. Now I'd like to hear your answer with just as much confidence. Hey, until the judge asked the question, you didn't catch on either, Buster. What now, boss? I hope you didn't bluff your way into a corner.
Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way out of this. I have to dig my way to the truth somehow. Well, who could have written that message in blood? The culprit
Apollo didn't leave the bloody writing. Maybe it was Apollo's attacker who wrote it and made it look like Apollo did it? That seems like the most reasonable explanation. But wait a minute, I just realized something, boss. What is it? Look at the amount of blood in the photo. It doesn't look like Apollo bled very much. I wonder if it's even possible to write out Woods with just this much. Hey, you're right. Good thing Apollo didn't lose that much blood. That might be a factor in why he survived the assault. And since there was so little blood, that pretty much rules out his attacker, huh? I guess so, but if it wasn't his attacker, then who else could it have been? I guess someone else? It wasn't Apollo who could have left the bloody message. Wow, if it wasn't Apollo... Wow, are we just... I mean, like, he's obviously the bad guy, but we have no evidence that it was him. It was her! I guess this Ted Tonate.
Take that!
This person left the bloody writing? Or what do you base your claim on?
Do I really need to base my claim on anything? Don't tell me you don't have anything at all to back up your assertion. Nothing in particular. Not do Mr. Right, but a penalty will make up for your Ugh. So it wasn't Apollo or his attacker. When do you... At the crime scene, there's only one other person who could... Wasn't there another person who could shed blood at the crime scene? Oh, it was her blood? No, but wait, what? No, she was already long gone. There's no way her body was still there. That would be insane. I have no idea. It wasn't Athena, it wasn't Juniper, obviously. It wasn't him. My only two options are Candace and Pain. I guess Pain would do it to, like, cheat. This seems literally impossible, though. But they emphasized blood, and she was the only one noted bleeding. Was it her? To be honest, I don't actually have any real proof of this. What do you mean it was the dead body that happened a day? There's no way... Are you saying no one... I guess no one cleaned up the blood? But that blood would already be, like, dried up. That's dumb. No turning back now. Besides Apollo, there was one more person who shed blood at this crime scene.
A person who shed blood? You don't mean...
No, but I do. I believe it was Candace Arme who left behind this message in blood. So it's just a day-old bloody message? What? Detective Arm? Are you sure you know what you're doing here? Not really. What kind of ridiculous assertion is that? If you had said the attacker left a message to throw people off, it might have made sense. At first glance, it would seem to be the most reasonable explanation. However, Apollo didn't shed enough blood to write such an extensive message. Uh-oh.
Oh, I see. Even the photo makes it clear that there wasn't enough blood to write all those letters. And Mr. Justice did survive. I suppose he didn't bleed very extensively in that case.
But why would Detective Arm write the defendant's name? There was no connection between the two whatsoever. I didn't even know the lady who was killed. Ba-ba-da-ba-da recap. They had never even met each other.
That's very true. Well then, let's see. Then maybe the intended meaning of the message is not what it appears to be.
The intended meaning?
Not what it appears to be.
Maybe the message was not intended to be Woods.
coming from you, that's quite the bold statement, Mr. Wright. You wish to assert that this bloody writing could have been, some other meaning?
Yes, Your Honor. It was something I pulled out of a wormhole and couldn't turn out to be true. Right?
It clearly says woods, as anyone can plainly see. What other meanings could it possibly have?
But Candace Arm was a detective. Maybe woods only means something to the police. Like a police scanner code, for example.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
You may have tricked his honor, but you'll never get the best of me. I have a thing for studying on the weekends, and as you may have already guessed, there is no such radio code as woods in this state, dear Mr.
County. Or precinct? Because we're not in America, we're in America. Is that a fact?
Don't look at me. I know as much as you do about police codes.
Enough of this. I was quite taken with the defense's new theory. But if they can't substantiate it with anything, then I must end things here.
No, please wait, Your Honor.
Very well, but before we discuss this theory any further, I demand a plausible explanation. So, Mr. Wright, what is the true meaning of the bloody writing?
Well, I believe it's...
No stalling. If you can't come up with an answer quickly, I will declare this discussion officially over.
I'm in trouble now. What other meaning could it have besides the obvious one? Maybe it means something in another language, or maybe it's a code? Think, Phoenix. You can do it.
What piece of evidence will you tell us what the words woods really mean?
I have no idea. Wait, let's look at it. Upside down. Oh, we're gonna Leon this shit. 5DOOM. Is there anything that's like... Let's actually look at it. 5D00. That is a 5. I guess I'm just gonna present the case because that's the only thing it could really be.
Take that!
The bomb transport case. I've had it up to here with your shenanigans, Mr. Wright.
Take a look at the numbers on this case, Your Honor. L0, L10015R. Doesn't this string look vaguely familiar?
L100. What does that have to do with anything?
What could those numbers possibly have to do with this case at hand?
Now please take a look at the bloody writing shown in the crime photo.
Oh, I think I see it.
That a go? That's one on my side. It says woods.
It says woods.
Or you could say it's a horse of a different color, Your Honor. That's an interesting expression. The first character isn't a W, it's actually an L and a 1. The next are two zeros.
Oh, my goodness.
The true meaning behind the bloody writing isn't Mr. Woods' name. It's the numbers engraved on this bomb transport case.
What are you talking about? The next part doesn't make any sense. The next number is a 1, but the bloody writing says D.
Objection!
But the number on the case and the bloody writing can be made up to match quite easily. This is how the number on the transport case can be made to match the bloody writing. So what does it need? So some lines were erased. 5 1 0 0 D. I guess. I'm low on health, so I don't want to fuck it up. The L in the 1 is already a little preposterous, in my opinion. But I guess it kind of makes sense. Erase one line. I have to do is erase one line from the writing. Erase one line from where? Anywhere you like. Anywhere I like. Alright. I'll erase one of the O's. Wads. What's that supposed to mean? Your state of mind, I believe it stands for... Why is that? I feel like I'm wrong. Boss, what in the world? This is no time to... Exactly serene right now. Boo. I guess... erase 2 lines? Please erase the third... Whatever. Please erase the third downward strokes of the W and the curved part of the D. Oh, right, because I was also looking at... I thought I didn't have to explain the W. Whoa, would you look at that? Leo is... No, Your Honor. It isn't meant to be read as a word. It's the number L10015, which, if you take away from the final I, is the exact number that it's on the bomb transport case.
Heh. Erase 2 lines and they match up, you say? Well, I could change anything and anything else would simply be erasing 2 lines. What if we erase 2 lines from your name? Then, would you be happy as Mr. Y?
Well, would you, Mr. Y?
The only right here is spelling right.
Okay, I'm doing pretty well here, and I think I've drawn the right conclusion. Detective Arm's real message to us is the bomb transport case number. Your Honor, the 2 lines were added to the real culprit to intentionally mislead people.
What?
The original message Detective Arm left behind the transport case... The original message Detective Arme left behind was the transport case number. But whoever assaulted Apollo changed the message.
If you're right, boss, then what do you suppose Detective Arme was trying to tell us?
Good question. What does this number represent?
Do you see this number here? My identification.
Candace Arm lost her life in the courtroom bombing. The dying message can only have had one purpose.
No.
To tell us the name of the one responsible for the bombing.
Well, don't keep us in suspense, Mr. A. Tell us who she was trying to name.
The culprit that the victim was trying to identify is none other than... a guy who is obviously guilty. The defense wishes to indict Mr. Ted Tonate on the charge of the courtroom bombing.
Ted Tonate?
Apparently, disabling bombs isn't Mr. Tonate's only speciality. Somehow the victim must have realized that he was a bomber. So when she was caught in the blast, she left his bomb transport case number as her dying message. she used Mr. Tonate's own ID number to finger him for the crime.
Objection!
Why would anyone go out of their way to write an ID number? Wouldn't they simply write the person's name?
Got a good point there.
What do you say to that, Mr. Wright?
That only Detective Arme would know the answer to that, but only me to... But allow me to offer a theory. I'm struggling. Perhaps Detective Arme couldn't recall Mr. Tonate's name in the heat of the moment. As I recall, this was the first meeting between the two. It's entirely possible they wouldn't have been familiar with each other. Or maybe using the ID number was a way to hide its true meaning from the real culprit, thus lowering the odds that they would erase the bloody writing. But no matter what the reason, the important thing is the meaning behind her message. The fact remains she wrote Mr. Tonate's ID number.
Objection!
No, just one moment here. There hasn't been any proof yet that it was indeed Detective Arm who wrote it. The bloody writing wasn't found during the investigation after the blast. If Detective Arm had left the message, it should have been found at that time.
Objection!
Naturally, Mr. Tonate hid it before anyone could discover it. And there's a simple explanation of how he was able to do so.
What?
Tonate was able to cover the message up because he's the first to find the body. The first person to discover the bloody writing was Mr. Tonate himself.
I was the first one to see.
When Mr. Tonate saw the victim had written his ID number, he used the bomb transport case to cover up the bloody writing as a stopgap measure.
So that's why the message in blood was under the transport case.
He didn't have enough time to try and scrub away the writing. If he didn't report the body right away, he would look suspicious. So those letters lived on to serve another function, when Mr. Tonate used them in another incident.
Oh, the assault on Mr. Justice.
Exactly. Mr. Tonate hit up a plan to use the bloody writing for his own purposes. So he didn't clean it away. Instead, he made it look like Mr. Justice wrote it, by adding 2 lines to the writing that Detective Arme left behind. He changed the meaning of the message. He made it look like Mr. Justice was accusing Mr. Woods of the attack. Miss Woods.
So that means
The only person who could have altered the bloody writing was the courtroom bomber, who was the same person that assaulted Mr. Justice. And that person is Ted Tonate. And this is pretty easily provable because you could just see whose blood is whose by a simple, blood test.
Order in the court, I say. It looks like we will have to hear from the bomb specialist himself. Mr. Payne, please have Mr. Tonate take the witness stand.
Yes, Your Honor. That was great, Mr. Wright.
Just doing what I do best, which is flying by the seat of my pants. Candela, I look forward to seeing you try. Me. I've finally drawn Mr. Tonate back onto the witness stand. Looks like you'll get your wish, Goggle Man. Now watch me take your lies apart.
Mr. Tonate, I'm afraid we have a few more questions for you.
I understand the situation, Your Honor. I was keeping a close eye on the proceedings from the gallery. The allegations are all laughable.
Objection!
I wouldn't be laughing if I were you, Mr. Tonate. The message in blood matches your ID number. The same ID number that is there on the bomb transport case.
Such a far-fetched theory, no better than a tangled ball of wires.
I'll have them untangled for you in no time at all.
You were the first person on the scene after Detective Arm left her message in blood. You were the only one who could have hidden the writing, and then used it again later.
I see. But then, let me ask you. Do you have any proof that Detective Arm wrote that message?
That's a very good question. Well, do you, Mr. Wright?
best way to prove that Detective Armored that message is to analyze the DNA. Your Honor, I request that a DNA test be performed on the blood itself. Once we know whose it is, it will be obvious as to who wrote the message. Very well. Bailiff, please put a request for a DNA test with the forensics team.
Yes, Your Honor.
It'll be some time before we have the results of the analysis. Until then, let's hear more of this witness.
I would like nothing more, Your Honor. I want the court to hear how ridiculous the defense's theory is.
After the explosion.
I admit I was the first one on the scene after the explosion, but there was no bloody writing there at the time. Anyway, there was no way Detective Arm could have written it. She struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance, but she was too far away from where the bloody message was found.
So you're saying that the victim's body was nowhere near the writing was?
Precisely. It is plain as day that she could not have written it. And it's true the body was discovered near the entrance to the courtroom. Please have a look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there is blood on the rubble near the victim's body. She must have died after hitting her head there.
Oh, I see. All right, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
And do you have what it takes to take in my infallible testimony, opponent?
Let's just press. Why were you the first person on the scene?
To secure the area, it is regulation for a bomb disposal specialist to enter first.
In other words, you had the opportunity to alter the bloody writing then, didn't you?
Well... Mr. Wright, please don't interrupt. Mr. Tornado is about to give testimony that will show just how wrong your reasoning is.
Darn, I think it was just to say something interesting, too.
When I went in and saw the aftermath, well, it was quite the disaster.
You were able to tell this even with those goggles on?
With these goggles, there was no way I could have missed something like that. I can see quite well with them. In fact, I can see every hair on your spiky head. Oh, and you have a few grays, Mr. Wright.
What?
Poor Mr. Wright. You're always working so hard to keep our office together.
Wait a minute. I don't have any gray hairs. Do I?
Just kidding.
I object the witness's attempt to permanently give me gray hair, to prematurely.
Mr. Tornate, this court frowns upon untoward comments of a person's hair, or lack thereof.
I'm sensing a great wave of sorrow coming from the judge. My apologies, Your Honor. May I please continue the testimony?
Let's press that. Do you imagine she was thrown back? Do you imagine she was thrown back by the force of the blast?
A bomb can inflict damage not only from the explosion itself, but also substantially secondary damage from the blast wind. Detective Army unfortunately hit her head on some rubble. It's stated that her autopsy report as well, cause of death, trauma to back of head.
Oh, the autopsy report. I'd better take another look at that.
Now do you see Detective Army could not have written all that message? That being...
I guess I'll look at the autopsy report again. Cause of death, trauma to the back of head caused by impact with a flat object. That's not a flat object. That looks pointy as hell. Yeah, just present.
Objection!
That's not a flat object. You're a terrible liar, Mr. Tonight. Huh? Take a look at the autopsy. Specifically, the part about Detective RMA's head injury. Cause of death. Trauma to back of head caused by impact with a flat object.
Yes, what about it?
Now take a good look at the bloody piece of rubble. It's sharp and pointed.
Hey, you're right, boss. It is pointy. Just like your hair.
That is odd, isn't it? What could be the meaning of this contradiction?
I believe it means the victim did not hit her head on this piece of rubble. The bloodstain you see is just another fabrication. Its purpose is to mislead us into thinking the victim died near the courtroom entrance.
Are you claiming the culprit moved the victim's body?
That's exactly what I'm claiming. The victim hit her head at some other location. Most likely on the floor or some other flat surface. This location was somewhere near where the bloody writing was found. In that case, she definitely could have written the message.
Your Honor, I have the results of the bloodstain analysis.
Oh, very good timing. Let's take a look. Oh. According to the report, the message was written in Detective RMA's blood. And as the defense claims, only the parts of the message that were added after were written by Mr. Justice's blood. It would appear the defense's assertion is correct after all.
Yes, you did it.
You were right, boss. Now I have to drive it home. I'll have to take a good look at the bloody writing and analysis later.
11111.
Mr. Tonight, it is now apparent that you have told several lies to this court. I hope you have some sort of explanation for yourself.
Fine, I will confess.
You will? But then why are you so calm?
This time I will tell you the truth.
The truth.
It is true that Detective RMA wrote my ID number. She very plainly wrote L10015R. I was shocked. But I did not detonate the bomb. Detective RMA must have me mistaken for the real bomber. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad.
I see. So it is your assertion that you merely moved the body, is that it?
That is correct. I did not kill Detective RM.
Oh, well, if that's all you did, then... Wait a minute. That in and of itself is a criminal act.
Glad to see you finally crossed the finish line, Your Honor.
Very well, then. The cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright.
I'd show that detective my ID number. She very plainly wrote, I was shocked. Let's press that. 5, and it was written after the bomb went off in the courtroom.
Correct. I didn't know why she would write it, so that sent me into a panic.
Oh, sounds like you're in quite a tizzy.
If I were in his shoes, I guess I would have psyched me out too. I can't imagine coming across the message "Sykes" written in blood.
If I saw gasp in pain written in blood, it'd certainly make me gasp. Rest assured, Mr. Tonight, I understand how you must have felt.
And so you discovered the ID number written in blood at the scene, and...
That is right, I saw it with my own eyes. It was very clear.
Hold it!
Didn't you? The victim may have had special knowledge about who the bomber was.
I have no idea. I have no idea what thoughts Detective RMA had inside her head.
It's not like I ever dismantled her mind to check.
Mr. Wright, if you have suspicions about the witness, let us see your proof. Evidence is everything in court of law. Even school children know that. How many years have you been a defense attorney now?
Cut me some slack, will ya? Don't feel bad, boss. You just got your Tony's badge back after all. In that sense, you're still more of a beginner than I am. I suppose I should be thankful you're no licensed psychologist.
Mr. Tonight, please continue with your testimony.
With pleasure. I moved the body and covered the writing. I did just press everything.
Hold it!
By mistaken, do you mean you had nothing to do with the explosion? That is correct. That is why I was so shocked when I saw my ID number.
The victim must have suspected Mr. Tonight for no reason other than the fact that, as the bomb specialist, he was in charge of the bomb. In other words, a false accusation of vocational discrimination, I say.
I do not support discrimination of any kind.
Well spoken, Your Honor. If the victim had been found to be killed with a gavel, my blue suit over there would probably have pinned the crime on you.
You would? Well, I just wouldn't do. Mr. Wright, if you dare try to pin anything on me, I will find you in contempt of court.
But I've never even tried to harm a hair on a strand of your beard, Your Honor. Well said, Mr. Payne, because I am so closely associated with bombs. I was afraid I would be prosecuted if anyone saw the bloody writing.
Press. You didn't think to clean away the bloody writing?
I didn't have time. By the time I found the message, the blood was already dry. The police were waiting outside for me to secure the room. And I still had to move the body. I was in a panic. With no time to spare, I temporarily covered the writing with my case.
Didn't you think the police would find it during their investigation?
I totally did. I was shocked that they didn't. Regulation stipulates only specialists may touch the transport case. Because of the danger, you see. I thought I would clean up the writing once they were finished. My bad.
My bad? Does he really think that just magically smooths everything over? This guy is something else. I don't believe Detective Arme's dying message was just some mistake. Won't wiggle this out that easily. So what did Mr. Tonight see when he first discovered the bloody writing?
Hold it!
Did I already do this? Okay, I just did that. Detective Arm must have mistaken me for the real bomber. Well, let me look at my evidence. It definitely proves that the blood writing on the victim. That just definitely means this is what we think it is. I'm a little lost right now. I moved the body and covered the writing. Something else. What did he see when he first discovered? Okay, when he first saw? She very plainly wrote. I don't think I pressed that.
It was written after the bomb went up the courtroom. Okay, I read that. It is true. Can I trust you? So you admit that you actually did see the bloody writing that Detective Arme left. My bad. I should have said so from the outset. And you are sure it was your ID number? I am sure. It was definitely my ID number. That number was assigned exclusively to me by the police department. The ID number is assigned to my goggles as well. Those funky things were provided by the police department. Although, these are special goggles customized by me personally. Speaking of personalized, these sunglasses of mine were custom-made as well. They were specially created to be particularly dark and shiny.
Speaking of special, my gavel is made of mahogany and was custom-made as well. It was specially created to make a particularly loud and resounding sound.
Wish I had something to brag about. Be all that as it may, I just want to reconfirm that you saw the bloody writing clearly. And that it was your ID number? That is correct. My ID number was written in blood on the floor. Vote my ID number. So, 5-1. So, she never got to the R though. I will say. That's the only thing I can think of is that they never wrote the R. But I don't know why I would present that. Okay, like this is tough because I don't know what the contradiction is. Is that like it's definitely his ID number. Oh, there we are. It very plainly wrote L10015R. That's not true. But ooh, what disproves it though? Because there's a few things that could be. Proves I have to hear that mechanical thing the whole time. It could be the bloody writing because I just got it. Let's present this.
Objection!
I just want to make doubly sure that L10015R is really what you saw written in blood.
Yes, it's very clearly said L10015R.
But that's odd, because that's not what I see.
What on earth are you babbling on about now? Wasn't it you who claimed the bloody writing was his ID number in the first place?
Take a good look at the photo in the bloody writing analysis. Now tell me, does it really say L10015R? No! Something is missing, isn't it? And that something is the final R.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Tonate?
Oh, right, now you remember. There was no R on the end. It was just a slip of the finger. My bad.
Come back, my beautiful contradiction.
Mr. Wright, I'm not sure it was just a slip of the finger.
You have something for me, Athena?
I sense that he's extremely agitated, almost panicked.
Huh. He does look pretty flustered.
Well, Mr. Wright, it appears it was nothing more than a mere mistake.
I don't know. Did he really just make a typo? What about the R did Mr. Tonight really see? It's blocking. He thought he saw an R, or he actually saw it. Well, I can't just say he actually saw it, because now I'm saying he's correct. He thought he saw an R. Oh, this makes more sense. Well, I guess everybody makes mistakes. Even I get mistakes here mixed up sometimes.
I don't believe it, Mr. White.
What? That I get you too confused?
No, not that. That I can believe.
I don't believe that Mr. Tonight just made a mistake. Okay, I'm wrong. Maybe Mr. Tonight really did see the R. But there's no R anywhere in this bloody writing. What's going... I mean, it's right there. It's being blocked. Huh? Now that I take another good look at the photo, I think I may be... That's it! What is it now, Mr. Wright? Are you trying to intimidate Apollo and its cords of steel? I've got it. So that's what happened. A slip of the finger? Is that really all it was? Because I don't think so. I propose that Mr. Turnout really did see the letter R.
But the photo clearly shows that there is no R.
No, Your Honor. Actually, just the opposite is true. The photo shows that Mr. Turner actually could have seen the R.
If you're going to make that claim, then you'd better point out what you mean. What part of the photo shows Mr. Tonight could have seen the R?
Right here. Please look here to the right of the 5. Do you see a little bit of red?
Oh, I see it! Just on the edge of where the floor is broken up.
That's the R that Mr. Tonight saw.
It's true that the witness wears some very, very odd goggles, but that doesn't mean his eyesight is bad, nor his brain power. What part of that little smudge looks like an R to you?
Objection!
But what Mr. Tonat saw wasn't that little smudge. There was a whole and complete R written there. Before the floor was damaged by the explosion.
Oh, well, that explains, huh?
Care to explain what you mean? Because you just proposed that everything happened in the exact opposite order.
Yep, because that's the way it really went down. The timing of when the R was written turns everything about this case around. Now then, if the floor was damaged by the explosion, if the floor was damaged by the explosion, when was the message written? Before the explosion. With the bloody message running off the edge of the damaged floor like that, we can only conclude that it was written before the explosion.
But that's ridiculous!
That's true. It overturns your own premise.
That's right, it does. In fact, it turns everything upside down. The victim was not killed by the explosion in the courtroom. She was killed before the explosion ever occurred.
Order! Order in the court!
What kind of a preposterous claim is that? Have you forgotten the victim's body was found at the scene of the explosion?
Objection!
True, but consider this scenario. She was hit on the head and killed before the explosion, or even before the trial began. Her body was sequentially placed in the courtroom ruins after the bombing occurred. So what, she was in the bomb case the whole time? I guess the body would have had to be in the bomb case, and that's why the bomb was on top. And then she was wheeled in. Or something, I don't know. That way, it could have been made to look like she was the victim of the blast.
What?
It sounds like we had better look into what the victim was doing before the trial. Mr. Payne, did anyone see Detective Arm before the trial?
Let's see. According to the police report. Here it is. One person. One person saw the victim before the trial. And that person was. Ted Turnate. Wait. What?
No one besides Mr. Tornate saw the victim?
That appears to be the case, Your Honor.
I would now ask the court to recall something. Specifically, Mr. Tornate's words from yesterday.
It was when Detective Arm and I were, transporting the bomb.
Oh my!
Mr. Tornate, before the trial, you were with the victim. And the two of you were together at the scene of the crime, courtroom number 4. Your Honor, the defense requests new testimony from Mr. Tornate. We wish to hear what he has to say about his whereabouts just before the trial.
Mr. Tornate, your testimony, please.
My testimony? There was no need for it.
He's completely unnerved, Mr. Wright. You must have hit the nail on the head.
Because of the... No, all I did was transport the bomb to the courtroom. No, I need to told you, powers of the clouds. Yeah, blast this thing. I was only in the courtroom with the victim because of our work. I swear I was only transporting the bomb there.
You and the victim were alone together at the scene of the crime. In other words, you certainly had the opportunity to commit murder, did you not?
Tisk, tisk. You always leave yourself so open to attacks, Mr. Wright.
What now, Mr. Payne?
Yes, Mr. Tornate may have had the opportunity to kill Detective Arm, but an important piece of your assertion is missing.
What important piece?
The murder weapon. What do you claim was used to kill the victim?
Mr. Payne has a point. Even if Mr. Tornate had the chance, without a weapon, we can't accuse him of the crime.
Well, Mr. Tornate.
Yes, that's right. I don't have any sorts of things that can be used as a murder weapon on me. I couldn't possibly have killed the Detective Arm. Did he really have nothing he could use as a murder weapon? What is it, Athena?
Just looking over the victim's autopsy report. I'm hoping there's something in there that can point us in the right direction.
Well, it does say that she died from trauma to the back of the head with a flat object. Yeah, and to inflict that specific kind of injury, all you would need is a flat surface, right? A heavy blunt object with a flat surface. It was the bomb, right? She hit him with the bomb.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you indicate for the courtroom what was used to kill Detective Arm?
I believe I can. I believe being the key word here. You can?
Then please do so now. What did Mr. Tornate have that could have been used as a murder weapon?
I guess the missing remote switch as well. Oh no, it could be two things. Well, actually, it probably wasn't the bomb. Because, I mean, actually it could have been, I don't know, it was either the bomb or the detonator. I don't think it's the detonator. I don't think the detonator was heavy enough. It has to be the bomb. Yeah, it was specifying earlier that it would. They were pointing to it earlier.
Take that!
Mr. Tornate, you say you didn't have anything that could be used as a weapon, but in fact, you had the perfect thing.
What? What the devil are you talking about?
You had this.
That's the bomb. I thought you were trying to prove that the victim wasn't killed by the bomb blast.
The bomb blast, no, but I believe Candace Arm was killed with this bomb. Because this is the blunt object that delivered the fatal blow to her head. Please recall the description of Detective Arm's head wound. Trauma to the back of head caused by impact with a flat object. We assume this injury was sustained when her head hit the floor. But a blow from any flat side of this bomb would produce the exact same wound pattern. I'm peeking so loud. What's with him? Then show me some proof. Where's the evidence that I hit the victim with the bomb? He's right. I don't have anything decisive. Did you find any of the victim's blood on the bomb? That would be decisive proof. But too bad. The bomb is blown to bits. It's long gone. Boom! Game over! Yeah! Ugh. Mr. Wright, is there really nothing on the bomb in the photo? I don't see any blood or anything. Wait, there's a timer display is a little broken here. I did notice that. Maybe it broke when it made contact with the Detective Arm's head. That's definitely a distinct possibility. Unless we find a fragment with the same victim's blood on it, it's not going to count. Ugh, I guess you're right. By setting off the bomb, Tony's managed to obliterate all traces of the murder weapon. What in the world do I do now? At times like this, I've got to change things and look at things in a different way. Change gears. Instead of looking for the things he wasn't able to hide, I should be looking for a way to expose things he did hide. Tony murdered Detective Arm before the trial started. Then he placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off, which means there was something he needed to keep hidden until then. I think I'm just the thing. The photo that shows exactly what had to hide. The missing remote, right? Because it's still missing.
Take that!
Your Honor, let's take a look at this. Nah, I don't know. I'm not sure I understand. Boo. Well, time to start save scumming. But I can't back down now. Better reconsider what Mr. Knight had hidden. Before the trial started, then he placed a murder in the courtroom after the bomb went off. That shows exactly what Mr. Tonight had to hide. I mean, is it just the woods again? That's the only other thing he hid. Then he consider what could have hidden. Murdered the detective before the trial started. Then he placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off. Which means there's something he needs to keep hidden until then. So before the bomb goes off. It's either the bomb transport case, because that's where we hid the body. Or maybe the stuffed animal? because that's where the bomb was. Do I just present the stuffed animal again? That's kind of dumb. I'm just going to present the stuffed animal, and if I get it wrong, I'll save scum.
Take that!
You wanna just go look at this? Okay. That didn't happen. Ignore that. That didn't happen. Shh, be quiet. Shut the fuck up. I mean, is it just... It says what he had to hide, but I don't know. It wasn't the remote. It wasn't the bomb. The only thing I can think of is the body. But I don't know if that makes sense. I'm gonna do the... Let's do the body, actually, because he had to hide the body.
Take that!
Your Honor, there's something we've been overlooking. Okay, there we go. If the murder took place before the trial, then Mr. Tonight would have had to hide the body somewhere during the trial. Hey, you're right. And if we can figure out where the hiding place was, exactly, we might be able to find out some evidence we can pin him down with. So where could Mr. Tonight have hidden the body during the trial? This I know.
Take that!
Wait, a box big enough for a body. A box that was in the courtroom the whole time. A box nobody would touch if they thought there was a bomb in it. Mr. Tonate.
What is it? And do you finally have some decisive evidence to show me?
No, you're the one who's going to show it to me.
Come again.
You heard me now. Show me what's inside the bomb transport case. What? Why? No, there's no need. I've got him now. Just before the trial, you killed the victim with a blunt object, and then you placed her body in the ruins of the courtroom after the bomb went off. Clearly, you were trying to make it look like she died in the explosion. But was the body hidden during the trial? Oh, I hadn't thought of that. The answer is right there. Inside a box made of a thick alloy plating that can withstand any impact. No, that's completely false. If it's false, you should have no objection to showing us your transport case. So, let's open it up and take a look inside, shall we? Hold it. Let's not. Not if you value your life. What's he up to now? Remain calm and listen carefully. This bomb will detonate in 5 minutes. What? Huh? I repeat, this HH3000 will detonate in 5 minutes. What's going on?
Your Honor, I recommend you adjourn this trial before this bomb goes off.
Mr. Tonat, are you threatening me?
I am the only one who can disable this bomb. If you do not want to die, your only option is to listen to me. But Mr. Tonat, didn't you say that's just a training model, a fake to practice on? I did, but I also lied. This is the real deal. This is the HH3000.
But the HH3000 was used to blow up a courtroom number 4, wasn't it?
How did you know it was the real HH3000 that blew up courtroom number 4?
Huh?
The bomb that blew up the courtroom was a different one. One that I made.
What? Then are we to take that as a confession on your part?
Take it any way you would like. Just before the trial, I took the HH3000 out of the stuffed animal and put my own bomb into it. That was the bomb that exploded and destroyed courtroom number 4. Mr. Tonight, please be reasonable. Do you really expect us to believe a crazy story like that? The HH3000. It is so unique. I had never seen anything like it. It is so unique that I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. So, I just had to have it. Besides, did anyone look inside the stuffed animal during the trial? Did anyone check to see if it really was the HH3000 in there?
I must confess, no one opened the stuffed animal to check.
So there really is a possibility that the bomb was switched out? No, not a possibility. A certainty. I did it.
So he's had a real bomb with him this whole time?
You had better get out of here while you still can. You do not have much time.
Well, time to use that running animation again.
Order! Order in the court!
I'm out of here.
I'm gonna blow up! Run!
I'm peeking a lot.
You four are still here. Well, aren't you brave?
I just wouldn't do for the judge presiding over this court to run. But that horrible explosion the other day.
The judge looks like he's about to book it for the nearest exit any second. That's for Mr. Payne.
That is.
And he's off.
Mr. Wright, what do we do?
It'd be pretty pathetic to run now, wouldn't it?
But the bomb might really go off. Only 3 more minutes, folks.
Is that bomb really the HH3000? What should I do? Stand my ground. I can't run now.
Well, it's been fun, but I will be going now. With my dear H3000, naturally. Oh, and by the way, I would advise against having me followed. Even with no remote switch, this bomb can still be triggered manually. And if I think I'm being followed, I will detonate it on the spot. Farewell.
Hold it!
You're not getting away, Ted Tonate.
Oh.
Your Honor, there's no reason to be afraid. That bomb is a fake.
Are you sure, Mr. Wright?
Huh? More of your famous bluffing? Even at the risk of your own life?
Well, Mr. Wright, none of your bluffing now. Not at time like this. Our lives are on the line here, man.
I'm not bluffing, and I have proof.
You do?
Yes, of course, Your Honor. It's right here on the photo of the bomb, clear as day. Proof that Mr. Tonate's bomb is not the real HH3000.
Really? Out with it then, immediately.
Where's the proof that Mr. Tonate is It's the crack.
Take that!
The display for the timer on the bomb in the photo is broken. Most likely, it broke when Mr. Tonate used the bomb to attack Detective Iron. But the display on the bomb in front of us is not broken.
Oh, you're right.
Therefore, this is not the real HH-3000. Mr. Tonate was clearly lying when he said he switched out the bomb in the stuffed animal. The real HH-3000 blew up in the courtroom number 4. The bomb is nothing more than a fake, a model used for training purposes. Fear not, Your Honor. I will examine the bomb. Okay, I'm gonna have to distance myself and maybe ride my gain a little bit. If we're about to do a breakdown, I've been peeking a lot. I will examine the inside of the bomb transport case myself.
Yes, please do that, Mr. Wright.
No, stop!
Oh, what is that? Is that a bloodstain?
Just as I expected. Your lies have been blown to bits, Mr. Tonate. I'm confident DNA analysis on the bloodstain will confirm that this is Detective RMA's blood. And that those results will conclusively prove that you murdered Detective RMA. How about it, Mr. Tonate? Think you can dismantle this decisive evidence?
Dismantle it. You're too late. You missed your chance to run, so now you're out of time. This HH3000 is about to explode.
Don't try to threaten us, Mr. Tonate. I've already proved that your bomb is a fake.
It's real. The bomb is the real thing, I tell you. It's real.
The Mad Bomber, party of one. There's no time left. It's gonna blow. I have to disarm it. I have to take it apart. I have to dismantle anything. I can take apart evidence. I can take apart bombs. I can dismantle it all. Dismantle, 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 dismantle. I'm not gonna make it. I got only one thing to do. Stop. Made it! Okay. Oh.
Game over. Dismantle attempt failed.
It's all over. My life has been blown to pieces. It's all that stupid woman's fault. I was selling the bombs I disarmed on the black market. When I tried to take this one, she just had to notice, didn't she?
Again up a little.
She confronted me in courtroom number 4 that day. That's why I had no choice. Before I knew what I was doing, I hit her. It's all her fault. While I was looking for a place to hide her body, she left a message in her own blood. The trial was about to start, so I didn't have time to clean it up. And now all this. I thought for sure I could disguise her death with an explosion. Then that stupid defense attorney started sticking his nose into my business. After my testimony yesterday, I went to courtroom number 4 and I found the kid all up in my bomb transport case. That's when I snuck up behind him and bam! And when the idiot police arrested the little girl, I thought for sure I could pin it all on her. Why? Oh, why?
Ted Tonate, you are hereby under arrest on suspicion of the courtroom bombing the assault on Mr. Justice. Your innocence or guilt will be determined at a later date. Now then, I see that members of public have returned to the gallery. One person, however, seems to still be running far, far away. Be that as it may, I will now announce Mr. Juniper Wood's verdict.
That's funny that he's still gone.
Court is now adjourned.
You did it, boss.
Yeah, I guess you managed to pull it off somehow.
So many mysteries cleared up all at once. It was amazing.
It just sort of worked out that way, didn't it?
That's not the kind of thing that usually just works out. You made it happen. And the way that mean old prosecutor hightailed it out of there, that was great. Mr. Wright, Athena, thank you for everything you did for me. I'm so happy for you, Junie. Now you can go back home to the forest in peace. I hope the both of you will come and visit me there sometime.
That would be nice. Thank you for the invitation.
I don't know, Mr. Wright. I'm not so sure you can make it all the way up to Junie's house. How high up do you live again, Junie? Around 3,000 feet, I think.
What? That's not forest, that's mountain.
But, you know, boss, there's something that still bothers me about the case. One little mystery that never got around to solving.
Oh yeah? What's that? Oh, that. Yeah, I was wondering about that too. This unsolved mystery you're thinking of? Oh yeah, where the hell is this thing? The remote switch, right?
Yeah, I wonder where it disappeared to.
Maybe Mr. Tonana got rid of it somewhere? Yeah, it is a pretty big thing to leave unsolved, though. Well, let's leave it up to the police to find. For now, we should be celebrating our not guilty verdict.
I guess you're right. Hey, I know. Junie, shall we go report the good news? You know, to that certain someone. Okay.
Huh? Grandmother?
No, silly, to Apollo.
Oh, right. Well, why don't we all go to the hospital together to see him?
Great idea.
I bet he's bored out of his mind.
Okay.
And so the courtroom bombing case came to a close. But the next trial was just over the horizon. There's never a dull moment with so many lawyers in the office, that's for sure. Apollo Justice, Athena Sykes, and me, Phoenix Wright. Between the three of us, there's no case we can't solve. When our powers combine, we're an unstoppable team. At least, that's what I believed. At least, that's what I believed. But all of that changed when the Fire Nation, with what Apollo said to us that day. It was something that would put my faith in us to the ultimate test. Date, mystery, time, right? Anything agency. Is he leaving?
Sorry, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
He is.
Wait, what do you mean?
And
by a
Trucy's
leave?
there.
Can you at least give me a reason why? I can only say that this is something I must settle on my own.
Aw, Trucy. Does she get to say anything? Dude, he's breaking up the band. What the fuck? Apollo.
Oh, why, Apollo? Why are you shutting us out?
What happened to you, Apollo? Ever since you put that jacket on, you've changed. You got so edgy. And now, for whatever reason, all my mind keeps doing is returning to the day I first met you. We had tackled our first case together, and he and I, this past spring. As we did, I came to know who he is and how he thinks. It was a very peculiar case, one in which the victim was killed by a mythical creature. End. I know I made 2 complete of the same saves, but that's fine. Okay, I'm done. My throat hurts. That breakdown actually took some out of me. Oh, someone else I know is playing Phoenix Wright. They're doing the OGs. Sure, why not? Let's rate them. Alright, Alright. Later, peoples. Good stream.